Hey, it's Chuck here from Milton Daily Homes, and I just wanted to tackle a question I get asked a lot, and that question is how's the market? And I'll probably tackle the second most asked question to me is when is the right time to buy a home? And what you'll find is when you start to ask these questions, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to answer you. So, for example, you're going to have the internet, you're going to have the radio, you're going to read the newspapers. Your friends are going to have an opinion. Your mom and dad and the rest of your family are going to have an opinion. And your neighbors and all kinds of people, coworkers, they're going to chime in with what they believe is the right answer. And pretty soon you're going to start to hang your head and say, I really don't want to know how the market is. So what happens out of these two choices is you're either going to get one of these things. You're either going to get opinions, which sometimes have no basis in facts, and sometimes you're going to get facts that really have no basis at all in any sort of emotion or any attachment to any real meaning for you. So in between these two things is what I like to call the truth. And so let me explain the truth about what typically happens with markets. Now, when one goes up, the other goes down. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so let's look at a typical scenario. Let's look at somebody who's waiting for the market to go down. And I hear a lot of that right now. They say, Chuck, we don't want to buy at the peak of the market. We really, on and on. So let's imagine that today's purchase price is $300,000. And a year from now, the purchase price is $266,000, and 2 years from now, we're looking at a price of $238,000. So if you ask me when is the best time to buy a home, I think it's pretty obvious you'd wait 2 years from now. Now the truth is that would be a difference in price of 11% and 21%. So 2 years from now, we're looking, I'm not saying this will happen, I'm just saying if we use this example, 21% decrease. So then what would happen with interest rates? And historically, when prices go down, interest rates tend to head up. It's usually a cause and effect factor of interest rates on price. But regardless, as we find that one goes up, the other goes down. So now let's look at this. So we've got 300,000 at 5% interest, or 266 at 6% interest, or 238 at 7% interest. Now I want you to really take a second here, and I want you to choose which option you believe would be the best time to buy. Okay, well here you go. I'm going to show you how much this is going to cost you per month in each of these examples. And there it is right there. So if you want to get technical, actually the middle option is the best, but it's by $1. So the truth is all three would cost you exactly the same price per month, which is what most people in my experience are most concerned about. And this is an oversimplified example, but I think it drills home the point that you really can't time the market. And people who are waiting to buy later this year or next year, what's actually going to happen is they're going to probably pay about the same amount. Now, it has this kind of effect as the big man here, the prices, as he goes down, is the interest rates typically tend to have a reverse effect and to go up. So that's just a nice little visual image there. And so what I find is that people are looking at all these things, absorption rates and new home construction, and the media is trying to make the market out as being one thing, but the truth is the Milton townhome market is different than the Mississauga detached home market. There's all these micro markets that occur in the world, and so people are trying to look at things, they're trying to balance all these factors, and here's what it looks like. It's nearly impossible. These are very skilled people from Cirque du Soleil that are able to pull this off. The rest of us can't. And if you could time everything, prices and interest rates, and really find the best rate or best time to buy a home, you'd probably be a millionaire on an island. So please stop trying. And so the other thing that I look at, where does that leave us? It leaves us with a sense of we need to get clear on what's important about buying a home to us. That will determine the best time to buy a home. So criteria and values, and this is something I talk about a lot. Your left brain is responsible for logic, and it likes to analyze, and it likes to look at objective facts. And your right brain is the part of your brain that's intuitive, and it looks at the whole picture and the meaning. And so how I like to look at it is people spend, and the truth is our society is mostly a left brain society. We like to look at things and analyze them in numbers and facts and everything. And I would just encourage you to get in touch with the other side of you. And how would you do that? Ask this question to yourself. What's important about buying a home to you? And I'll give you a common example. I typically see this with first-time buyers. Not this exact flow, but I'll show you roughly what somebody might say. And so I would ask the question, what's important about buying a home? And someone might say, you know what, I want a place that won't kill my monthly budget. I want to have a life. I don't want to be tied to my home. I want something that I can afford. Okay, so then ask yourself, what's important about something like that? What's important about having a home that you can afford? And the next question, or the next answer would be peace of mind. It's because I don't want to worry. I don't want to keep myself up at night worrying about my monthly payments. Okay, well, what's important about peace of mind to you? Well, that's so I can plan for my future. When I have a clear head, I can really think about where I need to go. Well, what's important about that would be is that you could actually pay for your kids' education. You can retire by 55. So when we first started talking about buying a home, you can see that the example is not 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, finished basement. Those are all things that are criteria based. They're left brain. Let's get in touch with the right side, because I guarantee if you get clear on this stuff, when your values are clear, your decisions become so much easier. And so let's go back to this example. Paying for your kids' education, retiring by 55. That's going to allow you to be a good example to your children. So when I walk into a home with you, my question is not, does this have, does it fit your couch? Because you're automatically looking for stuff like that. What I want to say to you is that, is this going to allow you to pay for your kids' education? Is it going to allow you to really be a good example? That's what's important about buying a home. So really, to end this whole little mini video off, is I want to leave you with this gentleman here. His name is Viktor Frankl. He wrote a fantastic book called Man's Search for Meaning, and he's got something great that he says. He goes, those who have a why can bear with almost any how. And what I'd encourage you to do is to really get clear on why are you buying a home? What's important about buying a home to you? Because the truth is you can't time the market. So if you can get crystal clear on that and make sure that you can get that your monthly payments are okay, that everything is comfortable for you, and you have peace of mind, then I guarantee it will be a successful home purchase. So my name is Chuck, and you can visit me at miltondailyhomes.com. We do a daily review of all the listings that come out in Milton. We've got a lot of information. We've got links with full home information, and this is part of our buyer class, so you can even sign up for a buyer class where you've got 2 hours of great information just like this. So head on over and I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.